Hi everyone, this is your daily tarot reading for Friday, the 4th of January 2019. Thank you for joining me. It is a pleasure to be with you today. I'm using the totally underrated China Tarot. I think this is a beautiful, beautiful deck. I'm going to shuffle the cards a couple of times and I'm going to choose 3 cards to give you an insight into the day's energy. And what I do while I'm shuffling these, I just intend and ask the cards, what is the energy for Friday, the 4th of January about? And then the cards oblige. I choose 3 cards and they tell us what the energy is, how you can use it to your advantage, and how you can make the most of the day. So these readings are for all signs of the zodiac. They're for everyone who watches. So please share them on your socials, on Facebook, and Twitter and Instagram. And let's have a look at what the cards want you to be aware of. If you're active on Twitter, then follow me there. It's at Gregory. All right, so we have the 4 of Swords in reverse. We have the beautiful Queen of Wands. And then we have Justice in reverse. That is very interesting. Okay, so the 4 of Swords, when it's this way around, usually it's a man lying in a church and he's resting, he's preparing for something. In this deck, it's a doorway, it's a gateway card. So by thinking about things, or by having these swords of Damocles dangling over you, you feel pressured to walk through a doorway and to take action. 4 is about stability and security. So this kind of sounds like the ego saying, you have to do something right now if you want to avoid some tragedy or if you want to avoid something bad happening. We are forcing you to go through this doorway and to act without having all the evidence and all the information and just going for it. Now it's in reverse, and the 4 of Swords in reverse actually does get up and sit up and think and say, all right, I've now figured out this problem. I've meditated on it. I've got guidance from my higher self. I've analyzed the information logically. I have decided that this is the best way forward. And I am now calmly walking through this doorway into a new chapter of my life. And I'm using these beautiful swords, not as weapons that are dangling over me and threatening me, but that provide me with encouragement and validation that what I have thought about and what I have decided is really beautiful, because I get to see these gemstones now, and I don't see these as weapons so much as rather than I see them as beautiful decorative symbols of encouragement and validation that the path I'm taking is the right one. The Queen of Wands has mastered the suit of Wands. She's a court card. And the Queen and King of Wands, they have been through everything that has to do with Wands. Wands is about life purpose and passion, growing into the person you were destined to be. So if you're like a lot of us aren't sure what we're supposed to do with our lives and we have to go and search, and a lot of us in our 20s do jobs that we dislike, and it's through a process of elimination we find out what it is we're really good at and what really makes us feel fulfilled and passionate and alive, and what leads us towards fulfilling our soul mission. So life purpose can often and usually is linked to your career focus. So If your life purpose is to heal people on a physical level and you decide to become a doctor, then your vocational aptitudes and your life purpose are one and the same, and you grow and you develop and you make the best of it and you become an expert. Sometimes they're different. Sometimes your life purpose is to have a family and to take care of children, but your vocational aptitudes are to design beautiful clothing and to nurture women or men and the public by making them feel beautiful. Regardless of whether they're the same or separate, the Queen of Wands has found perfect balance between the two. And look at her face. She's so content. She's so pleased and happy. So she knows that she's doing the right thing with her life. She is abundant and prosperous because when you listen to the universe and you follow the instructions that it gives you, even if you don't always know what they mean, sometimes things don't make sense. And you have this faith, or you surrender your own ideas to the universe and you say, hey, higher self, universe, what do you think of this? I've got this plan. Do you think it's a good idea or not? And often you'll get an immediate feeling of, this is not the right way. And sometimes you get an immediate, yes, this is the way to go. So the Four of Swords in reverse, the time for meditation and contemplation and thinking things through is over. That you are in the right place. You have figured things out in your mind. It's now time to move forward and to take a risk and to move through this doorway and to become the Queen of Wands, to live your purpose out in the public. That may mean that you have to come out of the spiritual closet, or that you have to come out of the actual closet, like in terms of sexuality, or you have to face the public. Like, for instance, if you're Banksy, the artist, and you decide that, okay, I'm going to be real now and I'm going to show who I am, my identity to the world. It's a way of validating your thoughts and ideas and saying, I am proud of what I've done. I stand by what I've done. This is my life purpose. I'm going to continue to do what I love to do. And here I am. Look at me. So it's not about applause and attention seeking and fame, but it's about being in the spotlight, owning what you're doing, and inspiring other people to do the same simply by looking at you. Like, we look at this woman and we think, wow, she's got it all. She's got these beautiful, she's got beautiful jewelry. She's absolutely gorgeous. She is happy. She's content. I want some of what she's got. So if you're living your best life, and if you're taking action after contemplating things for a while, you inspire other people whether you know it or not. Finally, we have the Justice card, and Justice is about cause and effect. I park my car in the disabled parking spot and I don't have a badge. I get a parking fine. I get a ticket. That's justice. Actions have consequences. Perfect balance. That's in reverse. So justice, there is no justice today. Justice doesn't exist, and the universe is biased in your favor. And when you decide to get off your behind and you walk through this doorway and you take a risk, the universe rewards you by elevating you to the next level and helping you succeed. And the actions you take have much bigger consequences than they usually would. If the card was this way around and you decided that today I'm going to launch my first fashion line and I'm going to plan this event and present the fashion line today. If it was good, then the outcome, and the critics would write, this was a good first attempt, and we look forward to seeing more of this designer, of this jeweler. But because the card is in reverse and everything's in your favor, you take a risk and you put yourself out there in the limelight, and it's not fair because you'll get things like, oh my goodness, we've got this new designer and it's timing. You know, a lot of good luck in life has to do with timing. And the right person is sitting there, one of the most important critics, and he's just enchanted by your art. And he says, this is the most glorious performance and this is the newcomer of the decade. And I am just thrilled and enchanted by her work. And he writes this up in one of the most influential magazines in the country. Then all the other critics are going to follow and say, this was absolutely glorious. So it's a matter of really using this day to your advantage because everything is stacked in your favor. The only thing that you've got to do is take a risk and decide that your thoughts are correct. Even, this is the important bit, even though you have no guarantee that your thoughts are going to be validated or that they are right or that you're going to have a great success. Have faith that your thoughts are correct, that you've contemplated them enough, that it's now time to walk through this doorway, to live your life purpose, to present yourself to the public, and you're going to get an exaggerated positive effect, and you're going to get a hyperbolic kind of response to the things that you put out there. So any creative person who wants to present their first piece of work, any screenplay writer, any editor or writer, any painter, any clairvoyant, any medium, anyone who is working at something new, any stand-up comedian, any performer, entertainer, singer, actor, dancer, any new leaders. So you take on this is the first day of being the CEO or the COO of a new company, or this is the first time you're the team leader of your section in a business. The odds are really stacked in your favor, and by walking through this new doorway that's appeared in your life and you seize the opportunity, you really are rewarded excessively, and you can bask in that reward. And the reason that it's not fair is life rewards people who take risks, and you're taking a risk because it's not guaranteed. And that's why these tarot cards are so fabulous, because you may have been contemplating doing something like this today. Should I take the risk or no? And the cards are saying, if you take a risk today, you are absolutely going to thrive and you'll never regret it, because what you put in is going to generate so much more good than you could have ever imagined. A chord card is 1, so 11 and 1 is 12. 12 and 4 is 16. 1 and 6 is 7. 7 is mind and creativity. So trust your mind, trust your thinking, trust your creative insights and thoughts. Put them out there in the public and watch it go boom. It's going to be a great success. So anyone who is starting something new, this is your day to launch. We're at the beginning of January as well. There are a lot of people who are launching new things right now. So congrats. Have a wonderful day. Make the most of this energy. Don't procrastinate. Don't be shy. And don't miss this opportunity. They don't come around every day. Have an awesome Friday. If you would like a private reading with me, if you're opening your own club today, make this the launch party. It's going to be amazing. And celebs are going to show up and they're going to say, this is the club to be at. It's the hottest new place. everyone's got to go. So it's just the luck factors on your side. If you would like a personal reading with me, please get in touch via my website. It's gregoryscott.com. Click on the readings tab to order your reading. In my personal readings, I use tarot, astrology, and numerology. The astrology chart is really important. I use your place of birth, date of birth, and time of birth. Once I have that, if you don't have the time of birth, order a chart rectification. I can find out your time of birth. Once I have all of that, I get a snapshot of the sky at the moment you were born. It tells me what your life purpose is, what your vocational aptitudes are, what's destined for you in thinking and friendships and hopes and dreams being realized. It shows me what's destined for you in spiritual progress, health, romantic relationships, love, twin flames, soulmates, money, abundance, family, prosperity, health. And I can answer any questions you may have. So if you would like a private reading with me, then do get in touch via the website and order it there. If you like my videos, please hit the subscribe button and also share the videos. That's super important, and I would be ever so grateful, because I don't advertise. The only way people know that I exist is because of lovely, generous people like you who share my videos. So thank you so much for sharing these. Have a fab day, and I'll speak to you tomorrow.